Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about two things that seem to be unrelated. The first one is spiritual consistency in your spiritual practice. And the second one is quantum entanglement. And they are linked. They are linked very closely together. And I'm bringing the two together because this is exactly where I operate as a quantum coach. I help people to shape their lives in completely new ways so they are much more what they really want their lives to be. And on the other hand, I'm using applied quantum technology to facilitate the change. Now, I want to start with the quantum technology part, with the quantum physics part. There is a phenomenon called quantum entanglement. What is quantum entanglement? Quantum entanglement is basically the phenomenon where two subatomic particles that are part of the same system, so for instance, part of the same atom or molecule, are linked together in what Einstein called a spooky way. So that means when you change one subatomic particle, like a hadron, for instance, the other hadron will change immediately as well. So there is no way that there is kind of a transaction mechanism between the two particles. Actually, they perform the change at the same time, simultaneously, exactly simultaneously. Chinese researchers have found out, I think it was last year, that they could modify two particles that are 1,300 kilometers away. So this has been, like, even in traditional science, this has been proved and tested. Now, if you think about it, there are two things. The first thing is everything is made up of atoms and subatomic particles, which means that the entanglement effect, the quantum entanglement effect, happens everywhere. It's literally everywhere. There's no place where there is no quantum entanglement. And the question is now, how do you form a system? How do you form a system where all particles that are part of the system behave exactly the same way? Well, we all are in the same system. We all come from what is known today as the Big Bang. So we all share the same root. We are the same system. Leading physicists like Leonard Susskind, who is the inventor of one of the major theories that explain the world today, which is called string theory, says that the entanglement is everywhere and it does have an effect beyond the purely microcosmic world, such as atoms and molecules. It has an effect into everything that we see today, like this computer mouse and my face and the glasses and what I'm wearing. So everything that is matter is linked in the same system, and everything interacts with each other. The picture behind me interacts with me, you interact with me, the phone interacts with me, the phone that I'm using to record this with, I interact with the phone. So everything is interacting with each other. That means that when there is an interaction, the question is, what does that interaction look like? Or in different words, we obviously influence everything around us. And not just the stuff that is like spatially around us. We have an influence on everything, and everything has an influence on us. So what does that mean for a human being? It means that you have power. It means that what is happening inside of you, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what emotional mental, physical state you are in impacts the entire world around you, even though you might not know it, even though you might not realize it. So that leaves you with enormous power, but also with responsibility. Now, let me move to the second part, to the spiritual consistency. Why is spiritual consistency so important? Now, if you shape the world with how you feel, how you think, it is crucial that you live your best self, because this is not just about your old life, about attracting a beautiful relationship, having the job and the money that you deserve, having the family relationships that you deserve. This is about much, much more. This is about creating the entire world, influencing the entire world. That means you should be, that's my personal opinion, you should be looking for a way to be emotionally and mentally as balanced and as friendly and as constructive as you can be. Now, unfortunately, we are brought up with many things that work exactly the other way. One of the things that almost everybody carries into this world, or carries in this world, is the feeling of inappropriateness, is the feeling of not being enough and not being right. I will come to that in a later video, where that comes from and what you can do about it. Now, if you fundamentally feel about yourself that something with you is not okay, this quantum physically reflects on your outside world. So that means your belief that you are not enough will influence everything that's around you, will influence other people, will influence the mood other people are in. And especially in these times that we're finding ourselves now, fear is big. And if fear is inside of you, your fear will have an influence on people around you, on the rest of the planet, on the way how the food tastes, on the way even animals feel, on the way the plants do, on everything. So wouldn't it be a great idea to overcome fear? Wouldn't it be a great idea to overcome fear? I think it would be. That's my personal opinion. Now, the first thing is to acknowledge that fear is inside of you. And I tell you, fear is big inside of me. I fear many things. But above all, I personally fear not achieving or failure, the fear of failure. That is big inside of me. And the fear of failure is one of the key reasons why many people don't even start with something that they would actually love to do. So overcoming it is not only an energetic and quantum physical question, but it's also a question of how you shape your life. So what does that mean for us? We need to change it. And obviously, as a quantum coach, I can help you with that. That's what I do. Now, what I'm going to ask you as a client, always, and not just as a client, just as a fellow human being, is devote time to yourself. Make sure those old belief systems are overcome and replaced by new and constructive belief systems. And the way to that is consistency. So regardless of the spiritual practice that you choose, may it be meditation, may it be singing, may it be dancing, you got to be consistent. That's why I meditate every day for at least 30 minutes. I practice self-love for at least 40 minutes, and I do a lot of journaling throughout the day. And I also have little practices built in throughout the day which hold me grounded, which allow me to put myself into a space and a place where I can serve from my best self, which is totally important when you're a coach and you have clients who rely on you being your best self and tapping the best energy that you have, that you can be. So to sum up, in order to shape the world around you in a constructive and positive and loving way, you need to respect the quantum physical law of entanglement. You are part of everything, and everything is a part of you. Practically respecting that law means taking extremely good care of yourself and making sure that you see yourself and the world with loving eyes, full of courage, power, love, passion. And that is a step away from the typical programming we have today, is away from fear, is away from shortage, is away from lack. So this is your responsibility. This one is on you. So if you want to know how you can change your life rapidly, efficiently, and fundamentally, so that you can be in a state of love and pleasure at least 80% of the time, I am the right coach for you. I invite you to get in touch with me. On Instagram, just write me a message, a direct message. On YouTube, just follow the link below the video, like down here, to my website, where you can actually straight away book meetings with me. You'll also find my phone number there, so you can call me and we'll explore what you want, what I can do for you. And if you're watching this on any other platform that I might not be aware of right now, there will be a way of getting in touch with me. It's so easy. And if you're not sure yet, if you want to get in touch with me, if you say, I'm not there yet, then I am inviting you to join my quantum events, where I further explain what I just very briefly touched upon here. I will further explain of how you are being programmed and how you can unprogram and reprogram yourself using quantum technology. So thanks for showing up, and please, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. There will be more content, and I just want to say I love you, my fellow human beings, and I look forward to a bright future that we create together for you and for the rest of humanity and the entire creation. Thank you. Bye.